What's going on out there, my podcast listeners? This is Dedrick, the coachineer. Hey, I'm here again this evening, and it's something that's been just kind of weighing on me, and I've been thinking about it for a little while now. And I said, this would be a good topic to discuss. So tonight, we're going to actually talk about how valuable is your time? How valuable is my time? I think time is so valuable, so precious, right? When you think about life, you think about the things that you wanted to do growing up, and you look back over it and you're like, man, I wish I had a did this. I wish I had have done that differently. I wish that my mom was around longer. My mom, she passed actually in 2013, 2013. And oftentimes I think about that now. I wish my mom was around longer. I wish I had a little bit more time with my mom that I could spend with her. I wish that, I wish things could have been different. And so that's time. You look at that, you look at it and say, man, I wish I had a little bit more time just to do more things. And so much stuff that in life we want to get accomplished, so many things that we want to do in life. We want to spend more time with our family members, or we want to go on more vacations. So time is such a valuable thing. It's so valuable. But I think some people, and I used to think like this. To be honest with you, I just really came out of this type of mindset that money was more valuable than my time. I can remember, back in the day when I used to have these cars that would break down on me, or I have oil leaks here, and I have a tire that needs to be replaced, and I would I would go searching. I mean, I would spend time just riding around. I had this car that uh, used to buy these used tires, and I would go searching, driving all around, looking for a deal to find a used tire. And at the time, I think the tires probably you probably get a used tire at that time, maybe like $20 or something like that. And I can just imagine I spent 30 to 40 minutes driving around trying to find the best deal on these tires, on a used tire. And I spent almost an hour driving around looking for a used tire. And not only that, I spent gas driving around looking for a used tire, trying to find a tire that was $20. And so when you compare that, and I think back to that now, and I compare that, I was like, man, I spent all that time driving around trying to find a used tire, and I spent all that gas driving around trying to find a used tire. And then think about that I was burning gas, that I was still using up money because I was burning up the gas trying to find a used tire when I could have probably went on and paid an additional, $30, whatever, $40 for a new tire. I was trying to find a used tire, not valuing my time. I was valuing the money more than I did my time. So many times, so often that I can think back and I can remember things that I have done where I valued money more than time. And I lost so much time because I valued the money side of it more. And it's just crazy when I think back like that, and I look at now, I'm a successful business owner. Me and my wife are in business together. And, even when we got into starting a business, I still had that mindset going into it. Like, okay, I'm trying to save money. I'm trying to save money here. I'm trying to save money there. And I would spin my wheels, searching the internet or searching something, looking for this to try to find these deals. And there's nothing wrong to try to get the best cost. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you spend more of your time searching out, trying to find a discount on something, then going ahead and paying the cost for something that's worth it, that's valuable, um, man, you're really losing out. You're really losing out. I've come to the conclusion uh, lately, within the past couple of years, that my time is more valuable than my money. You can always get more money. I've been to the point where, we've been low on funds, but if I did certain things, I can turn around and increase those funds. And it's crazy because if you just get a little creative, if you just go out and you get a little creative, you can create ways to make money because God give us the ability to get wealth. He has given us the power and the ability to get wealth. So there's ways you can get money. There's all type of ways that you can get money, but there's only one way that you can get time. There's only 24 hours in a day. There's only 60 minutes in an hour. There's only 60 seconds in a minute. And you think about that, we're limited on time, but we're unlimited when it comes to money. But yet we value money more than we do time. This week I was making a decision if I wanted to do another investment in to some more training for myself. And I was looking at that. I was like, man, I can, there's an extra, 100, $200 a month. And I was like, do I really want to spend that? And I had to really, I sat back and I paused. I said, wait a minute. I can sit up here and be going through a whole month trying to spin wheels, trying to figure out how I'm going to do this system. Or I can go ahead and pay these little couple of $100 a month and get that system down pat where I won't have to spend hours and hours trying to do this or trying to figure it out or trying to research and try to find these different ways or trying to techniques to try to find something when I can just go ahead and pay that money and get that out of the way. Now that's off my plate. I ain't got to worry about it, right? People, we have to change our mindset. When I came to the realization that, hey, I can go ahead and pay for this and I ain't got to deal with that issue. I ain't got to try to resolve that problem because somebody else is resolving that problem for me. I just pay them to do it. Now I got more time in this area that I can go tend to something else. I can go do something else. And if I find out that that thing is going to bog down my time, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to pay somebody to take care of that for me. If you get in an area that something's bogging down your time or something is weighing you down and you constantly have to do it and try to figure something out or it's dragging your time out or you can't spend time with your spouse, you can't spend time with your kids, you can't spend time relaxing, going on vacation, you can't spend time going to eat, these things are there for your enjoyment. And it's important that you take time to do that. Because if you don't, then you become stressed. You become worried. You become beat down. You become burdened. All those things are heavy weight that'll pile up on you because you're not taking the necessary time for yourself and enjoying life. You have to enjoy life. Again, you only have 24 hours in a day. We have to enjoy the time we are here because every day we're getting older. Every day, as my mentor says, we're dying. You're dying every day. And so we have to enjoy the time we have here now. And because even if you get all the money in the world, you cannot take that money with you. Did you know that? You cannot take that money with you. That means that you got to leave it with somebody. If you have all the money in the world, you still got to leave it with somebody. You're not going to be able to enjoy it all. So take the necessary time for yourself. Go ahead. If it's something that you know that, hey, this is going to take me hours to do, or I can pay somebody to do it, and now I got where it's going to take me 4 hours to do it, I can pay somebody, they can do it, and I ain't got to deal with it. And I can go take that other 4 hours. I can spend time with my spouse, or I can read this good book that I've been wanting to read, or I can go play golf, or I can go out to dinner. So many other things that you can do within that 4 hour span. that you could not do if you was just locked down to uh, didn't want to spend that $100 or $200 and say, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and spend that $200 and I'm gonna pay this person to handle that for me because that's their skill, that's their skill set, and that's what they specialize in, and they can probably do it faster than me instead of me trying to figure it out. Get to the point, people, family, friends, get to the point that you realize that your time is more valuable than money. Now, if you just don't have the money available to do what needs to be done, and you do have the time, then by all means, do that if that's what you want to do. But if you have the money available and you really don't have the time, it should be a no brainer. You shouldn't have to stress and worry and figure out if this is something that I really need to do or if this is something that I really want to spend my money on. Because I'm telling you, my mind has become so free when I came to a realization that, hey, I can pay somebody else to do this and I can go do something else. Me and my wife, we go on these vacations. We take more trips during the year now because one, we have a supervisor or supervisors, two supervisors that work for us that can take care of the things that we need to take care of at the office. And so now we have the freedom to go and do more, enjoy ourselves, or either go and do take care of other business that we need to take care of because now we're paying somebody else to handle some of the things that we would have had to handle if we didn't go ahead and get a supervisor or supervisors to take care of some of those necessary things that needed to be taken care of. There are a couple of points I want to point out to you um, that, so you'll know that reason why money, time is more valuable than money. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. That's point number one. You can always make more money, but you cannot make more time. I know we often say, hey, we didn't do, years ago, we didn't take care of this or we didn't do that, and now we can do it now. That's true. You can. You can do that. But that's dealing with if something you decided that you didn't want to do at that time, but you decided to do it later in life. That's what that means. That's what that means. That's what they're dealing with. Two, um, time allows you to spend time with your family. You can create more memories through time, right? That's valuable. Have you looked back at videos or pictures and the time that you spent with your family or the time that you've taken trips? Uh, that's valuable. You can look back on those things and say, wow, I remember when I did such and such, or I remember when I did this. And you can look back at the photos and memories. You created memories. Next would be something, let's see, time brings more happiness to your life and to your spouse life and to your family lives than money can. Yeah, money can answer a lot of problems, but money can cause a lot of problems. But time can bring you more happiness. Time can bring you more peace. If you have time, I know in our business we are running so hard and doing so many different things that I have to take time for myself. I have to sit back, take 30 minutes to an hour, and I just relax and I just breathe. And that's the most precious time. It's so peaceful, it's so quiet, it's so relaxing to just to be able to do that. So time can bring you happiness. Um, I seen where somebody put something. They said, those who have time want money, and those who have money want time. That's interesting. Those who have time want money, and those who have money want time. When you can balance that, when you learn to balance that, that is something great to have. When you can learn to balance your money and your time. I just really wanted to come in and just talk to you for a brief moment and tell you, listen, we have to value our time more than our money. You will have a peace of mind. Your health will be better because you're not stressing so much about how can I get this money, but you need to be saying, how can I get more time to myself? The money will come. What kind of system can I create that will help me to get more time and more money? There are systems, there are ways that you can create more time for yourself and you can generate more income for you and your family. Again, I just want to come in and just drop that on you, and I hope it's answered some things for you. If you was stressing or worried about, hey, if am I losing time or am I losing money? Be wise with your money and be wise with your time. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon.